Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. We have a couple of minutes before we start. So, if you're not aware, you should, number one, have a pad of paper and a pen to take notes. And you should also I've asked for everybody to have some paper. We're going to kind of do some sketching. Today is Meditative Art Day, art class. And so that can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. But I'm going to wait until everyone gets online, get yourself together. And, usually I tell everyone to make sure that you put things around you that give you positive energy. Just make sure you're surrounded by those things, okay? In addition to that, go ahead and have a glass of water. Let's stay hydrated today. And because we're really going to flush out a lot of energies that we don't need, and then we'll be taking in a lot of positive energy. We're going to be working with our childlike selves today. And for those of you who have been with us for 9 whole days, 9 days we've been at this, okay? So we're doing this for 30 days. And I had to ask myself, my goodness, what kind of commitment did I make that 7 days a week for 30 days that I'm going to be doing this? But it's all good. I'm benefiting. I'm hoping that others are benefiting as well. And this is just about really having a good time, but also just reconnecting with ourselves, especially during this time that we actually have some time for many of us to do that. So one of the things that Marian asks very often is she tries to remind everyone, and Marian Cedino is the social media manager. And one of the things that she makes sure to remind everyone to do is to continue to write down every single day, list 10 things that you are grateful for. And so I'm hoping that you've been doing that, because we're actually going to use some of that today. We're going to be doing a little bit of creative writing, a little bit of artwork, and whatever other creative item that you work with, whether or not, and I brought out so many different kinds of things to give example. We like to categorize what art is, and really I don't think that we should, because art is all that we see, right? Art is creativity, and we're creative in so many different ways. So however you're creative, just have that with you, because we will take some time to, I'll be here, but you'll be doing whatever it is that you like to do. And maybe that is having a sketch pad and doing some things as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to kind of peek in. I'm facing the sun, although I try to put down the blinds a little bit. I'm really not able to read quite as well. Okay, so I am just waving to all, and I know that it's just 6:01, so we're going to kind of wait for some others to get on. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get started. But for now, everyone, you should have a number of things around you. Make sure that you're surrounded with positive things that you love. Could be some flowers that you bought yourself or somebody gave to you. It could be some just wonderful pictures of family. It could be some of your favorite books. Anything that gives you that positive vibe, make sure you have that around you. All right? Because we're pulling in all those positive vibes. Each time that we come together, it's all about positivity. Okay? So you have those things around you. You should have a notepad and a pen, because we're continuing to journal. And I'm asking everyone to remember to write down each and every day 10 reasons why you are grateful. All right? You're going to find that some of those things that you list will be on that list every single day. And then other days, there'll be times when It's totally something new that you're grateful for. And both are good. It's so good to be grateful, because when we're grateful, it helps to create a sense of happiness and well-being. I like to use the term alafia, and alafia means well-being. Okay, it's an African word, Yoruba, that we say alafia, well-being, wishing everyone well-being. And so this is what this is all about. And so today is meditative art class. And so we're going to be doing a lot of different kinds of things as we get on into it. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just set the stage for a very productive session. And by doing that, we are going to start with our breathing and the drum. And for those of you who have been on, it's been 9 whole days, 9 days. And this is a 30-day self-love boot camp challenge. Can we do it? Can we consciously, intentionally do this? 30 days, 30 minutes a day that we come together and that we just celebrate ourselves and we just love on ourselves. And so this is what this is all about, and hoping that it will become a daily practice for you. Okay. My name is Karen Dade, and I am the founder and CEO of MIDC, which is Multicultural International Development Company. And one of our components of that company, which is called MIDC We Network, stands for Women's Empowerment Network, is hosting this particular 30-day challenge. And so just shout out to all of the women and to the men, okay? Because we are counterparts, right? And so welcome to the men, and a nice big focus on women again throughout this 30-day process. So I think with that said, and my drum is calling me. Did you hear that? I didn't even mean to. I had it at my foot. I didn't even mean to tap it, but it's saying it's time for us to begin to take our breath and to have our hands placed on our heart and listen. First, we're going to just tune in to feel the heartbeat. And so I'd love for you, I don't know what position you are in. I'm sitting so that I can do a few things at once, but you can be on the floor sitting with your legs crossed. You can lie down for this part if you want. However you feel most comfortable and able to tap into really hearing the heartbeat. That's going to be very important, okay? That is such a special energy point, and that we're really focusing on the heart and going deeper with the heart each and every time we meet together. So I am going to just tap out the beat of my heartbeat, and I'm hoping that that's also going to help you to tap into to your rhythm and your beat as well. So just for a minute, everyone, take just a nice deep breath before we get going. We're not even doing our prana breathing yet. And you know, prana is positive energy, right? It's all of this wonderful energy that we breathe in. That's prana, right? And so, but for now, I just want you to just take in a breath and just exhale. Let whatever energy that you had to extend today, just let that go and just feel refreshed and anew. That's what we're doing as well. So taking another nice deep breath and just exhale. Okay. So now with that said, I want you to close your eyes, and if you feel like you would like to have 2 hands over the heart, because the hands and the energy points on the hands will be doing a lot of work today to bring that positive energy to us. And so it's okay to have 2 hands on the heart. I'm going to have 1 just because I'm going to tap out the heartbeat. So close your eyes, hands on heart, find your heartbeat. Find your rhythm. Okay, you're feeling out your rhythm as I'm getting myself together here. Once you have the rhythm, you feel the beat of. Okay, everyone, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me.
You gotta wait 1 second till everybody goes on, because people probably haven't tapped in.
Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me.
You gotta wait 1 second till everybody goes on.
Okay. All right. Apologies. We know that this is Instagram, and so we can have technology glitches at times. Thanks, Neonda, for coming to let me know. Okay, so I hope I didn't lose any of you, especially that was a deep breathing exercise that I really wanted to get us into the mood for today. So I'm hoping that I'm connected to everyone. Stay on, stay with me. If for some reason it disconnects or whatever, hang in there. We're going to be together until 6:30. So let's get it on. We might even be together a little bit longer than that just because we've lost a little bit of time. So you've taken a nice deep breath. And the next thing that I would love for you to do is to take a piece of paper. And actually, even before you do that, I want to get the hands. You know, clapping is a very spiritual thing. And we don't really recognize just how much power we have in the hands, right? But I want to do a little bit of Pharrell's Happy just to get us going. And don't forget, you're your childlike selves. So, you know, children are uninhibited and they will just do whatever. So, clap for me. Come on, everybody. Warm those hands up. So get ready to put some energy into paper. And notice, it's about happiness. I'm happy. Come on now. Oh yeah. Your hands feel heated up. Rub them together. Put them on your heart. And say, little one, this is your day. I want you to get a piece of paper and your pen, pencil, crayon, marker. And we are going to draw something blindly with our eyes closed, right? So do you have your paper with you? I want you to close your eyes. And the very first thing on your sheet with your eyes closed, make sure you close your eyes. I'll let you know when you can reopen them, okay? Okay. All right. So what I want you to do, and I want you to make it pretty big because something's going to go inside of it, is I want you to close your eyes, and without lifting up your pencil once it starts to move or whatever you're writing with, I want you to draw your heart. Are you ready to go? All right, so hands are drawing the heart. All right, keeps having a poor connection. I don't know, we might have to change places again so we can get this right. But how did your heart come out? Did it connect? Mine didn't. See? Can you see that? It didn't connect. So now what I want you to do is connect it. Just like so. All right, so you have your heart there. And inside of your heart, remember I said you are the only one with the keys to your heart. You can let people in or not. You can let yourself in, which is what I want you to be able to do. So what I want you to do inside of your heart is I want you to make your childlike smiley face. So make a face inside of the heart with a beautiful, warm, precious smile. So let's do that. Eyes closed. Let's try it. So you know where the heart is. And this time you can lift up your pen, your pencil if you want. But make the face. And on the face, you're going to put a little smile. And make it a big smile. You got that? Okay. And now, hey, not bad. I don't know, how did you do? I actually got my smile in my face there. I don't know if you can see that or not. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to write 10 things that you are grateful for today, connecting it to the heart. Okay? And while you're doing that, I'm going to put down the blinds and see if that's going to help us stay connected here. All right, good. Okay. So what are you grateful for today? Alrighty, so let me share. And let's see how you're doing. I want to see what you're saying as well. All right? Okay, so here's what I have. I am grateful for food that I have to eat. I'm grateful for the shelter that I have. I'm grateful for the job I have. I'm grateful for the family. I'm grateful for happiness, being a happy person. I'm grateful for self-love. I'm grateful for friends. I'm grateful for having this opportunity to live. What are some of the things that you've written down that you're grateful for? Can you comment a little bit on that? Okay, my heart came out weird too. Did you see mine? Mine was not that bad. So when you are in your childlike state, children don't judge usually, right? When they're the real young ones, they're not all about judging. We start judging when we get older, and then everything, we're not satisfied with anything that we do. And that's why we're working on this self-love piece for the 30 days. So continue to work on that and self-love. And let's kind of switch gears. So I hope that everybody has something that they like to work with. Okay, and I hear you, Taj. Friends are very important as well. Connecting with family and friends through Zoom and Instagram. That is so cool. Yep, laughter. I love to laugh. I love to laugh. It's a good feeling. All right, so when we spoke yesterday, I was just talking about this particular piece, and just as from a standpoint of being both a visual and a performing artist, and why I love the visual arts. And the visual arts, for me, it's such a form of release, and it's also something that truly makes my heart happy because it's a feeling that I have. And so I generally like to paint about things having to do with social justice, as well as things that connect with culture and family and just the world at large. All the wonderful natural things in the world that we have to give. And so this was a piece that I started as a promo for us doing the 30-day challenge. And it's actually just a shadow of myself. And then yesterday I talked about this being the backdrop, and that I would begin to put in my top layer of what the message is going to be. Sometimes in my pieces, I already know what I want to do. Sometimes I just get up and I just start working on something and I don't know what the message is until I even complete the artwork. But again, the reason why we're doing art, because it is such a beautiful vehicle to really bring about that self-love, because it's about creativity, creating things, right? And using the hands. And our hands are really powerful. So let me find out, are other people doing anything? They're still sharing about being grateful for my spirit, grateful for God, family, job, and health are important as well. Now, let me know what you're doing as far as an art form. Is anybody doing any artwork with me? Do you have any art pieces that you're working on? To share, not being able to share knowledge is also important too, and that's coming from Sister Ray all the way in Boston. How you doing? And she has a beautiful art gallery there. I'm looking forward to, when all this is over, being able to exhibit at the gallery. Hey, you're in your car, Donna. That's all right. You can't. Please don't do artwork while you're doing there. But let me go ahead and do a little lesson here. We have 6:22, and I want to really end with a meditation on the use of art as well. So I'm going to back up my seat just a little bit. I just started this before we got online. I'm hoping that we'll stay connected as well. I might need to put a lamp here. Yesterday I was I was talking about not having, I don't know if you can see that a little bit better. I've just started to sketch with a pencil, but what I'm going to do is I'll do it with charcoal and you'll be able to see it as well. But I had a dream. I am a dreamer, oftentimes very lucid dreams that, are usually right on the money. So that's a pretty special thing. When you get to know yourself, then it's not a scary thing. It's a blessing. And so I had this thing that I wanted to do, this hummingbird. And I had bought a hummingbird made of glass with all these colors and bubbles. It was just beautiful. And it was my intention that colorful hummingbird was going to go on top of this shadow, and then whatever else was going to come from it, I didn't know. Wasn't quite sure. But I haven't been able to find it. And so now ask yourself, when that happens to you, do you stress out because you can't do something the way that you intended to do it? Or do you just accept life for life? I'm going to find it eventually. I'm just moving here. I haven't fully unpacked. I will find it. And I think when I find it, I actually think that by the time I find it, that hummingbird is going to end up going on this drum, painted on this drum instead. And that's probably where it belonged in the first place, right? But, I have these two sisters that I love a whole lot, and I was talking about them yesterday. And so I decided my two sisters, they always have my back, and they're always leading the way. So this is the first time we've had this problem this bad. I got to figure out what's going on. But at any rate, so I decided my two sisters are going to be in this piece. And I think Isis is going to be in here. I think it's going to end up being a very special piece about self-love. And that's how I started this piece. When I knew that I was going to do the 30-day challenge of self-love, that's how I started with me, self-love. So just loving on me. So I started just before the call sketching out this fine young lady here called Kay. And I should tell you, I actually, after having this all these years, it broke on me last night. I had to super glue the head on. Terrible. But it's on there, okay? Right? Okay. All right. Life happens. This is what I'm talking about. So I didn't get the hummingbird, but this is still going to be a beautiful painting. So let me just show you. I don't know what you have. Summer driving. You can't get to these things. Notice she carries this beautiful pot. Is probably filled with some nice palm wine, which I wouldn't mind having right now. And then look what she has right there, her tambourine, which I really love as well, because that's a lot of that nice hand motion. And the arts can put you in a trance, and this is what it's all about. Sometimes I can start an art piece and be up for 24 hours and not even realize it. That's how much I get into it. But anyway, so let me do Bob's art class. Y'all too young to know who Bob was, but he used to have an art show that he'd come on TV, and it was Bob's art class. Anybody remember Bob on there? No? Okay. All right. But Bob used to actually teach art from a technical perspective. Okay, Kay, so here I am. I have my vase right here. And how I usually, some people will measure, I will measure out things. Okay, so I knew that I wanted her to be about the same length as the actual size, so I kind of measured that part out. Okay, all right. Daughter tells me that it keeps on cutting off, so we're going to get to the bottom of this. We'll start back again with our art possibly tomorrow. One of the things that I would like to leave you with is let's just do a meditation together. And I'm going to pull this closer so I can actually control it a bit. Hey, everyone. How you doing? Thanks for hanging in there with me. Sometimes, I think it's also, too, because so many of us now are using Instagram Live. And it's the same thing happening with me when I'm teaching my online classes with Zoom. And I have, the pro, and it still goes crazy sometimes because so many of us are on it. So just to be patient with that. Patience is a virtue, and patience has to do with self-love. Okay, so I make everything into a lesson, as you can see. So what I would really love for you to do is to close your eyes. And I want to kind of talk you through a journey, and I'm hoping that this will not cut off. I want you to close your eyes and put your hands back on your heart again and feel your heartbeat. I want you to take in a nice deep breath, inhaling. Hold your breath, and then exhale. I want you to do that one more time. Inhale deeply, and then exhale. And now we've already gotten to the point in some of our past sessions where you've actually had the opportunity to sit down by your child, your inner child self. So I want you to imagine that again, that there you are. But this time you're going to have a 2-minute, or let's say 1-minute discussion with yourself. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to say to yourself, hey, how are you doing? And then I want you to listen. Not to listen for words. Listen for the feeling, for the response from your inner child. So let's do that. Let's take in a nice deep breath. Exhale. And ask, Karen, how are you doing? And let everything be still so that you can hear. Not through your ears, but through your heart. Listen to your inner child. Tell you what it is she needs, or he needs, or they need. This is all about self-love. Strengthening the love that you have for self, so you can continue to do the beautiful things that you do. In this best time for meditation, we talked about in the evening. So you might want to finish this conversation in the evening. Okay? So thank yourself. Thank that small child within your beautiful heart for being there. and being willing to start so many things over again in life in the ways in which you want them to be. Okay, so we're not going to hang up without telling ourselves we love ourselves. And so again, this is the inner child. So don't be shy if there are other people in the house. They think you're nuts. Too bad. Claim it. Claim the love for you. You ready? Call out your full name and then tell yourself how much you love yourself 3 times. Karen Bernadette Cardoza McLean Dade, I love you. Even though the show was having technical difficulties, I love you because you're still here and people are still on. Karen Bernadette Cardoza McLean Dade, I love you. You are creative. You are loving. You are giving. I love you. Karen Bernadette Cardoza McLean Dade, I love you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I just can't wait to experience more things with you that concern self-love. I love all of you for hanging in there with me, and we will work on the technical issues. Believe me, we'll be back strong, so be ready tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Much love and peace.